Hey guys, I'm sorry that this video is so late. It's been like 2 weeks I think since I made one. I had made one for each of the weeks. I just didn't have my camera. There was issues with that, and there was some other issues. Anyway, I'm not really going to get into it. So I'll just show you the books that I have from the past two weeks, I guess. I think this is just the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it's quite a few. This is what happens. Jesus, I buy a lot of books. Too many almost. I'm gonna cut this thing down. Alright, first up, I'm just gonna go with Independence first, and then Marvel, then DC, and they kind of go in each of those groupings, my favorite to my least favorite of those. So first up is Alex and Ada, number 5, and this is actually my pick of the week. Like 2 weeks, I guess. I love this book. It was so good. It always is. I'm never surprised to say that it's a good book, so that's a good thing. Yeah, it's just interesting. I know this idea has been done before many times. I mean, like Chobits included is a big one that is a more recent, version of pretty much the same story, but anyway, still good. Next up is Deadly Class. Number, what is it, 3 now? Yeah. Another great book. I've been enjoying this one quite a bit. Next up is Serenity, number 3. Another good book. I don't know. If you like Firefly, you like the book, is how it is. Alright, sorry, I'm kind of going through them quick. I got a lot to go through here. Next up is Illegitimates, number 4. I'm gonna be honest, this isn't... It's kind of, not as good as it was in the beginning for me. Maybe, it was just a slow start, and I liked the build-up they had going, and then where they ended up going, maybe it just isn't as... It's just not as interesting as I thought. Not a lot is happening each issue, and it's just not doing anything for me. It's a mini, so I'll finish it, but, whatever. Next up, Aphrodite 9, number 9. There's a new book coming out by the writer of this, Matt Hawkins, and the artist. I forget what it's called. It was in previews. Anyway, it looks really good as well. This is a great book as well, so I might even pick that one up as well. Next up, this is something that most people have dropped, or have said they were going to drop, whatever, but I just jumped on it at this point, and that's Daredevil number 1. I never read any Daredevil, period, up until this point, but I read this one, and I loved it. I thought it was great. It's funny, and interesting, and, I don't know, it's a cool take on the character, and I think the movie kind of ruined Daredevil as a character for me up until this point, so it's nice to actually read something, or see the character in good light. Next up is Miss Marvel, number 2, and this book is really good. I like it a lot. I like where they're going with it. In a way, it's a coming-of-age story for this young girl, and I've always been interested in those types of stories. My favorite novel is Catcher in the Rye, so obviously that's my, my kind of go-to, idea behind a book. Next up would be Silver Surfer, number 1. I enjoyed it. It was a little choppy, but I prefer a smooth story, but it was good. I mean, at the end of the issue, I understood what was going on and where they're going with it, and I'm going to continue to pick it up, so there's that. Next up is All New X Factor, number 5. Not my favorite issue, but it was still decent. I don't know if they're going to have Dave Ramsey, what's his name? The one that can talk to or speak any language, Cypher. I don't know if they're going to have him continue with the team or not, but he was kind of interesting in the issue. Anyway. Next up is Hawkeye, number 18. It's a, Lady Hawkeye, pretty much, issue, which is alright. I mean, she just kind of does like a detective issues every time, and the last one was good and this one was good. They're just not pushing the story forward, which I'd prefer to be reading right now. Next up is Deadpool number 26, the back in time crap. I just want to get to the next issue. I'm not super excited that it's going to be $9.99, but I'm going to pick it up anyway, because I guess I'm an idiot. Yeah, we'll see. I'm excited, I guess. The cover's cool alone, just to have all those characters on it again. It's not very often you see that kind of thing. I'm excited about that, but whatever. Next up is Iron Man number 23.now, in part 1 of Rings of the Mandarin. I always wanted to read an Iron Man book. Figured it was a decent jumping on point, and I've always wanted to read about the Mandarin as well, so if, it kind of was two birds, one stone. It wasn't that great, unfortunately, but I'll finish the Rings of the Mandarin storyline at least, just have that chunk, then I'll probably drop it. Next up is Amazing X-Men number 5. It's a great book. I like Jason Aaron. He's a good writer. I heard he's not going to be on it very much longer. I'll probably continue it anyway. I like the characters and where the story's going. So next up is one that has been disappointing me the last couple issues, and it's only the 3rd issue. So Empire of the Dead number 3. I don't know. It's not what I expected, I guess. I expect more from George Romero, and I know maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. Next up, there's some of these are back issues, but this is start of DC now. Yeah, 3 of them are back issues. Supergirl number 26, and these complete my run, having these few back issues here. 26, 27. And the start of Red Daughter Krypton 28. Now this might have been from a couple weeks ago, I don't know. And then number 29. I have to finish up on this. I think I'm up to like 21 or something I've read up to so far. I have them all, I'm slowly working on it. Next up is it's always one of my favorite books. This is probably my 2nd favorite book of the 2 weeks. Adventures of Superman number 11. It's just such a good... It's always such a good story because it's one story, and this is about this Green Lantern who was the Green Lantern for Krypton Sector, which is super interesting to see, the interaction between him and Superman and how that all went down. Really, really interesting. And the next issue, or maybe it's the one in June, from previews, they said that Max Landis was going to be writing it. And I don't know if any of you have seen, well, you probably have all seen the Death and Return of Superman thing that he did. I'm really interested to see how he delves into that. Plus, the Joker is going to be in that issue with Superman. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I'm actually really interested in that. I like Max Landis as a writer. I loved Chronicle. I watch all his YouTube videos and all that kind of crap too, and I follow him on Twitter and all that. He's always interesting. He's an interesting person. He's a dick, but he's an interesting person. And I don't know. This is cool to me. Next up is only 2 left here. Harley Quinn number 4. This was it was funny. It was good. It's always good. I don't know. People hate on it. I love it. I'm not gonna say anything else about it. Next up, I've only got like the first 6 issues and then the first trade of this, but I figured I'd pick up the final issue of Animal Man. It's one of the, the collection thing, and I love the red around the outside, and that was by Travel Foreman, I think, and then the inside was Jeff Lemire. Super cool. Super cool. Anyway, yeah, I figured I'd pick that up too. I saw it on the shelf, and that was that. Lastly, I have, I guess, a question, if anyone made it this far in the video. I'm going to be going to this Fan Expo Vancouver, April 18th to 20th, I think it is? Yeah. I'm just curious if anyone else is going that watches or, makes videos. And I think it'd be neat to get together, look around, talk about making YouTube videos and all that, in person meeting. I think that would be interesting. So, if anyone else is attending said expo, let me know. private message me or something, and we'll talk, maybe meeting up or something like that. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, comment. I really do enjoy when you guys comment, and you know, I like, you know, interacting when I can. So anyway, thanks again.